Hey guys, this is Earth Waters with Howling at the Earth. Please check me out on the blog site howlingattheearth.com as well as YouTube at Howling at the Earth. Today I'm with...
What's up, man? It's your boy Moondog 38732 from the Moondog 38732 show on YouTube. Hey, man, watch the show, like the show, share the show, subscribe, and comment. Also, hit me up at the Moondog 38732show.com. I got my merchandise there, my blog there, got some videos there, which I'm still working on. I'm a doctor on a little bit. But with that being said, my new venture is the Moondog 38732show.com. Take .com out podcast. That junk, hey, man, hey, it's popping. It's popping, so holla at me on there too. Hey man, also subscribe, man. Subscribe to our channels. It ain't gonna help you, just press the button and like the video. Leave a comment. With that being said, I'm currently co-host. So what's the topic we talking about today, Earth? Miss Waters, not Maxine.
Overcoming obstacles. I think that topic is very relevant during this time for me. So we're going to talk about it and chat about it a little bit.
I ain't got my stuff on.
So, he's in his feelings because he don't have his Moondog 38732 show.
He don't even feel like
apparel on.
Don't even feel like I'm me. Feel like I ain't in my real skin right now with this work shirt on. But when we talk about overcoming obstacles, are we talking about like natural disasters? Are we talking about COVID? Are we talking about emotional? Are we talking about physical? We need to be more specific. When we talking about obstacles, talking about the obstacle course like we're in the military.
No.
What do you mean? We need some specifics for the crowd, the audience.
Because the hate movement surrounds mental health, we're going to talk about mental obstacles and then physical obstacles. Did I say that right? Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
But what brings these mental obstacles and physical obstacles on is what we need to know.
Life. So, jobs, families.
Job loss of family. With this COVID situation, we've seen both. Also, natural disasters have hit in the last few years multiple times. Those things can bring forth some type of obstacles to get over. Emotional obstacles, financial obstacles, physical obstacles, as in you have to physically move around and do things. So which one you want to focus on first?
Let's do mental obstacles. Emotional.
Brought upon by what is triggering those obstacles?
COVID. The pandemic.
I think I just went over that. But okay,
well,
you know how somebody look at your paper, cut off your paper, but change a little bit of it, and then turn it in.
And
that's
then
what y'all just saw.
Forget to change the name.
That's what y'all just saw.
Whatever. No, but we really could. So, real life situation. COVID hit, changing plans with job and all of that. With the loss of income, brought on some stress. In my own personal life. So, with that being said, it interfered with everyday life, such as how I interact with my children or family and friends, where I'm shutting down mentally because I have A, B, C, D, E, F all going on at one time.
Alphabet.
Yeah. And it has caused a change in relationships, friendships, all of that.
Sound cook.
So,
Ad-libbing. I'm like one of the Migos.
Stop. Leave them people alone. So, you threw me off.
Okay, now it's time for me to pick it back up.
You did that on purpose.
So, on purpose by mistake. So when you see those things and it's coming along, and we know that people have been affected differently. One family member may have been still riding high, while the other family member may be riding kind of low, so to speak. But then when you all come together, or people come together, it's not going to be this really. Sometimes it's not going to be the same thing. I may not feel like playing spades if the first thing I'm thinking about is how I'm gonna pay my rent, or how I'm gonna pay this car note, or my kids need something for school, they need shoes, something like that. I'm not really studying spades. I'm just over there kicking it with y'all to get my mind temporarily off some of these stressors that I have going on, which as soon as I leave there, I'm going to be smack dead with him again. Particularly if some of those bills and things are automatically drawn from your account. When the email pop up and you see that you don't have this in your account, you don't have that in your account, and you need to pay it by a certain date, but you're out of a job. Or your pay have been decreased because your job no longer pays for you being in quarantine for so-called COVID exposure. So when I see things like that, and I can only imagine, because with me it's just I can just take care of myself. So to me it's like it's a lot easier for me if something happens. I can be like, okay, I can cut back on this. Mm-hmm. I can cut this out. I don't need to have internet today. Because my phone got unlimited data, so I don't need the internet plan. You know what I'm saying? I can do everything from my phone, hook it up to my computer, and my computer will be a desktop. So I can start eliminating things. But people that rely on them, it was a term that came up called provider's anxiety, where you get anxiety from trying to figure out a way of how to provide for the people that are relying on you. And it weighs on you heavily, because a lot of times people like, well, I didn't have this growing up, or I didn't have this growing up, so I'm gonna give this right here to all people that's relying on me. And then in the midst of that,
so we're talking about parents.
We just talking about stress. We talking about not being able to provide.
I'm saying the provider's anxiety would probably affect
at the same time
parents.
I mean, but just because there are other people that are taking care of people as well that aren't parents. They could be in the family. They could be friends. Sometimes you have friends moving from another city, living with you for a little while till they get on their feet. Mm-hmm. So that means you got something else going on. Also, you have people at work that may rely on you. You like a team lead or something, but you got all this stuff going on outside of work, but you have to provide them with support, information, and backup. So how effective are we going to be if we forget to take care of ourselves while we're in the midst of trying to provide for everybody else?
Right. So, with that being said, what are some things that could possibly help those that are struggling or dealing with obstacles? How can they overcome dealing with this?
If you can afford therapy, get therapy.
What if they can't?
That's why I said start out with if. Now, if you can't afford therapy, a lot of people, they gossip to their friends, but do you have that friend that you have that can just listen to you, don't judge you, try to come up with solutions and help you? If you ain't got that, then that's your fault for not having a real friend around you instead of gossip partners. So you can't afford therapy. Do you have a friend or a relative that can be trusted to keep what you're saying confidential between you and that person?
So for me, when that is not, or if that is not an option.
Which one?
Therapy, or having that person that you can talk to. And some, like a lot of times, or in some cases, you have those a little bit.
Okay.
You have those that are consider themselves loners, don't really like reaching out or communicating what they're going through. Meditation, I think, helps.
Meditation could help.
Really doing like a lot of self-reflecting on who you are as a person.
Smoking. Some people rely on substances to help their stress.
We don't want to promote that.
I'm not promoting anything. I just said.
Don't give them the idea to smoke.
I apologize if I'm the first person that ever said
a crack pipe or something.
That ever said people lean on substances to alleviate their stress for the moment. Am I the originator saying it?
Don't listen to him on that. But yeah, meditation is a really good tool to use when feeling overwhelmed or coming in contact with these obstacles, but coming up with a plan on how you're going to get through it. And then, I mean, you have other stuff like yoga. You have...
Wouldn't yoga be considered exercise, meditation?
So, yeah, exercise could be a good one. Yeah. That all ties into...
I mean, because if you really do an exercise routine,
yeah,
you may be wiped out. You may be tired. You going to sleep.
And forget all about the...
You go forget all about it until tomorrow.
A good workout will help you to forget about it.
I've had I got that workout in, came home, sat on the couch, blinked, and hours passed by. Yeah.
So doing stuff, putting your time into things that you actually enjoy, like if you have a hobby, you write poetry like myself, or sewing, or whatever your hobby is, you know, playing an instrument or something, you know, you can do that.
Or if your hobby is collecting hobbies, you might want to try that.
Because that was a slug. You really shot a slug in my little...
Actually, I didn't.
My little piece of
I was talking to the people that do other things besides take stuff personally. As you can see, we still got stuff to work on as far as obstacles.
What? Guys, I think it'll be very helpful if you guys leave us a comment.
Comments. Like, what kind of obstacles are you facing right now? But I'm not talking about... Hold on. I'm not talking about being very specific. I mean, we ain't trying to put your family out there, so don't be saying, hey, man, my mom did this, my mom do that. That's my job. That's my chauffeur. But what you was about to say?
I'm the host of Howling at the... I am the host of Howling at the Earth, but please leave some comments on other ways that you guys have found helpful in overcoming obstacles. Maybe it'll help somebody else. Help me, help you, whatever. But please, anything else?
I've also seen people lean on food for comfort. I've seen people lean on substances for comfort. I've seen people lean on sex for comfort. I've seen people try to like leave the place, like going out to the park, walking around, changing their environment to try to alleviate those type of things. I know people that listen to music. I know people that try to find a good movie. In other words, I know people that, like, when certain things happen, they turn the TV off because they know how negative the news can be. They know how negative a lot of those things be. They turn their phone off and they just put like a good movie on or some music and just watch or listen, and all those things just go away. Me, hey man, y'all already know I like ice cream, so I gotta go get me some ingredients. I gotta go grocery shopping. So if y'all see me on the next show with a bowl of ice cream, I already told y'all. Now, I have started making my own because it was getting out of hand.
So, the things that we have mentioned, those are just ways to kind of cope with it. But as far as really...
fixing it.
Yeah.
Fixing it.
Yeah. Okay. Fixing it is coming up with a plan on how you're going to get through those obstacles. What... If it's financial, coming up with ways to make more money, or building a business or something like that that's going to bring in more income.
I want to ask you this about when you're talking about financial, because when you're dealing with finance, you can get in a hole, but then when you get your job back, that hole is still there. So what do you suggest they do to try to fill up that gap that they've had since some people's out of work a whole year?
Yeah.
So what about that gap in rent, that gap in school loan payments? What do they do to try to take care of some car note payments?
Find resources online that's going to help with those back payments, because there are resources out there. I know, Texas, Houston, or whatever area, they have the Baker's Ripley assistance program where they assist with rental assistance if you're in a bind with rent.
I ain't never heard about that.
You don't go and lie to them people about.
No, I wouldn't say my last. I've never heard of it. I mean, it's a resource. If I would have heard, I could have probably passed it on somebody else.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I could have used it myself.
He know he's online. But yeah, different resources. Google it. Different resources in your area that's going to help with those things that you do need help with, because it's out there. You just have to talk to some people. Look for research. Do something. That would be the only thing that I could suggest. Being that we're talking about a whole year of bills or whatever,
which is a whole year of stress.
Yes.
Toxic stress.
Yeah.
Look that up.
And then even look up resources for free therapy. I'm sure I don't have any off like right now on hand, but Googling some type of short-term therapy if it's available in your area as well.
Yeah, no. Hopefully it's not like that free public defenders people be getting. Ooh. Hopefully it's actually like something that'll actually help you. So we're not saying just click on the first link or first resource and then just try to do it. Research. They call it research for a reason. You got to keep looking. Mm-hmm. So look for that stuff. Don't just reach out and try to get the first one. I'm good on that. Nah, you ain't good on that. You got to make sure that everything that you're going to look into is a good fit, because if you're trying to fix your situation or at least put a band-aid on it or some stitches, you got to make sure you are doing right by yourself. Because just rushing something, you're like, I'm just like people that diet. I'm a fast for 5 days. You probably need to extend the time on a lot of things.
Did you say diet?
Yeah, like people they say want to fast for 5 days. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what we're saying is you just can't do like a quick fix. And you lost 3 pounds, you think you go fit in this or put these pants on, that ain't generally how it works. So even with your resources, it's going to take you time. You just can't click on the first one, or if it's not on the first page, you'll be surprised what happens if you just flip a page. Yeah. So check that out.
All right. You have anything else?
This your boy Moondog 37. Not bad. This your boy Moondog 3732 from the Moondog 3732 Show on YouTube. Also the Moondog 3732 Show podcast. Also Moondog3732Show.com.
All right, guys. I am the host of Howling at the Earth. Don't forget to keep howling at the earth. We're out.
I'm out.